social security. Operated isn't really begone but bankrupt.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for some of Tina Fey's lesser-known writing credits from her time at Saturday Night Live.
The answer to our prayers.
Mr. Eric Pearson, confirmed hottie, former right wing for the varsity hockey team.
Number 10, Womba. You've heard of the Roomba. Now meet the Woomba.
With Woomba, new from the makers of Roomba. The first fully automated, completely robotic feminine hygiene product.
This sketch perfectly captures Fey's talent for taking relatable, slightly uncomfortable parts of modern life and twisting them into something wildly absurd. Picture a robotic vacuum, but instead of floors, it cleans your personal spaces. The women brilliantly pair traditional commercial shots with absolute hilarity as this so-called feminine hygiene product becomes increasingly invasive, making it funnier.
Woomba's built-in sensors can tell when you're not at your freshest, and that's when Woomba goes to work.
It works as a sharp send-up of consumer culture and a sly jab at capitalism's obsession with selling unnecessary innovations. It is over-engineered, deeply awkward, and absolutely something no one asked for. Yet here we are.
Woomba will address your feminine hygiene needs whenever and wherever it thinks it's best. That's the confidence you get from Woomba.
Number 9, Weekend Update. Tina Fey on protesting after Charlottesville. During a Weekend Update segment, Fey delivered a truly memorable and quintessentially her response to the devastating Charlottesville events.
And then next time when you see a bunch of white boys in polo shirts scream about taking our country back, and you want to scream, it's not our country, we stole it.
She spoke directly to the collective anxiety in the country and offered a darkly comic coping strategy that involved eating an entire sheet cake. Fey blended political commentary with relatable exhaustion, creating a moment that felt raw, funny, and deeply uncomfortable all at once.
I really want to say, to encourage all good, sane Americans to treat these rallies this weekend like the opening of a thoughtful movie with 2 female leads. Don't show up. Let these morons scream into the empty air.
It highlighted her ability to mix social satire with personal vulnerability and absurd humor. However, Fey felt it slightly missed the mark, saying she felt, quote, like a gymnast who did like a very solid routine and broke her ankle on the landing.
Because it's literally within the last, I think, 2 or 3 sentences of the piece that I chunked it and I screwed up, and the implication was that I was telling people to give up and not be active and to not fight. That was not my intention.
Number 8, Old French Whore. This bold sketch is often remembered for its fearless character work, and was, in fact, a Tina Fey creation.
Denise, you must be excited because you're paired with our returning champion. She's 67 and was once the personal concubine of Rommel. Say hello to Coco.
Played memorably by Garth Brooks, the character reflects Fey's love of writing women who are wildly confident in their own strange realities. Reportedly, Fey came up with the idea after Brooks vetoed one of her other pitches, turning it into a kind of comedic revenge.
Once again, what is the atomic symbol for chromium?
I don't know.
Don't be silly. The symbol for chromium is Cr. It was discovered by Val Kellen in 1797. Its atomic weight is 51,996.
That is correct. Well played, Coco.
The humor comes from the character's unwavering self-image and the outrageous details of her past, all delivered with complete sincerity. While it would never get pitched today, Brooks committed fully, so we guess he got the last laugh after all.
So I ran away far from home and thought I would run to a new country where girls could be whatever they wish to be. But I never found that place.
Number 7, Jesse Raphael parody. Believe it or not, this was Fey's very first sketch to air on SNL. She reportedly had a rough start in the writer's room. So you might say this is the moment where things finally clicked.
How old were you when you gave birth to your son?
17.
And how big was your son, Jake, when he was born?
Jake was 22 pounds when he was born.
It all began with a sharp satirical take on the Jesse Raphael talk show. The sketch instantly highlighted Fey's natural talent for skewering sensationalist media and larger-than-life personalities, a skill that would come to define her work.
You claim Jake is so big because, oops, you were taking fertility drugs.
Yeah, I had been trying to get pregnant for a long time, but I was having trouble, so my mom said if you're not pregnant by your junior prom, then we'll just go to the doctor.
Of course, Chris Farley amped up the show's chaotic energy. It's clear that from day one, Faye showed a knack for turning cultural absurdity into smart, character-driven comedy gold.
No, Jake, there are some things I do not tolerate on my show. Now you give Mr. Whitley back his arm.
Number 6. Annuale. Faye has always excelled at writing sharp commercial parodies. If viral was a thing back then, we'd have all been wearing mom jeans.
You'll find the perfect jean for even the least active of moms. So this Mother's Day, don't give mom that bottle of perfume. Give her something that says, I'm not a woman anymore, I'm a mom.
Annuale is yet another standout example. The sketch introduces a miracle birth control pill that reduces periods to once a year.
Each Annuale pack has 44 weeks of active pills instead of the usual 3. Keeping you on a constant stream of hormones so your time of the month can be just once a year.
That's all I have time for.
Sounds promising, right? Well, hold on to your hats because we soon discover a growing list of horrifying side effects. Faye skewers the unrealistic promises and patronizing tone often aimed at women in advertising. The humor comes from escalating a familiar experience into something increasingly monstrous, complete with cheerful disclaimers about fire monsters and leathery tales. It is dark, ridiculous, and painfully smart.
Ask your doctor if Annuale is right for you. And if she says it is, go to a store, buy a hat, and get ready to hold the onto it. We're not kidding.
Number 5. The Fun Friends Club. The Fun Friends Club sketch perfectly showcases Faye's eye for social awkwardness, and it's one that she has cited as a personal favorite. Co-written with Rachel Dratch, it places an upbeat kids show into deeply uncomfortable territory.
Maria, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure, Mr. Van Peebles.
Great. Maria, how old are you now?
12 and a half.
Dratch plays a young woman whose recent physical changes make the show's cheerful dance moves unintentionally suggestive. Jimmy Fallon's frantic director attempts to manage the situation, only making it worse.
But soon you won't even want to be on the show. You'll want to be on the talk on the phone with boys and go to the mall with your friends, be hanging out with them and shave your legs.
No way! I want to stay here and giggle gulch forever!
The sketch finds humor in discomfort and unspoken tension, especially around growing up. This sketch is the perfect example of Faye's talent for finding humor in social discomfort and the often unspoken challenges of the female experience, especially during those awkward, evolving years.
You get to wear my special fun friend jacket on the show, and you be the show captain, and you wear it, yeah. In fact, just zip it up there and keep it zipped up by all means, okay, for the whole show. Is that...
Number 4. The View. Can you believe that Faye was the brain behind some of SNL's most memorable parodies of The View?
Okay, let's start with a look at the newspaper.
We have got some hot topics today.
Yes, we do.
She's always had a sharp instinct for zeroing in on celebrity quirks and using them to expose the chaos of daytime talk television. These recurring sketches leaned into the hosts' clashing personalities, surface-level debates, and the constant sense that everything could spiral at any second.
Well, if I had a clone, I'd make out with myself. I'm just kidding.
Do not speak again.
Faye's observational humor turned familiar mannerisms into big laughs without losing accuracy. By exaggerating just enough, the parody felt both ridiculous and familiar, capturing the energy of the show while gently poking fun at its predictable rhythms and televised pandemonium.
This face has served me very well. I think women need to embrace the uniqueness of their flaws. Wouldn't you all agree?
Number 3. The Bush Twins' Secret Language. This unforgettable sketch, featuring Amy Poehler and Faye as Jenna and Barbara Bush, perfectly exemplifies Faye's satirical genius, solidifying their status as a comedic dream team.
Oh God, Barbara, I got the spins. Jenna, I told you not to drink straight tequila. I didn't. I mixed it with Captain Morgan.
It cleverly homed in on the public's perception of the Bush twins as privileged yet slightly naive. The comedic masterstroke was their secret twin language, a ridiculously exaggerated jab at their sheltered lives, which they used to discuss serious political matters supposedly beyond their father's comprehension.
Do but you but think but dads but good but president. But yes, I but think but really good.
This sketch perfectly shows Fey's unparalleled ability to create fictional yet utterly believable absurdities around well-known public figures, blending political commentary with brilliant character humor. Even Jenna Bush was a fan.
I was a teacher of third graders in Washington, D.C., but you still got a lot right. You still got a lot right.
Number 2, Boston Teens. Many people remember Jimmy Fallon and Rachel Dratch's iconic performances as Sully and Denise.
Would anyone like to take a turn?
Yeah, over here. Let him do it. He's had a lot of practice.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the motion.
Yeah, he churns it about 4 times a day.
But did you know that these beloved sketches were actually co-written by Fey? These characters are a clear example of her strength in creating hyper-specific, detail-rich character studies grounded in regional humor. The laughs come from their exaggerated accents, overblown yet deeply mundane teenage problems, and their wildly skewed understanding of the world around them.
But what my girl Zazu lacks in beauty, charm, polish, and general physical health, she makes up with a warm personality and a permissive sexual practices. And I love her.
Fey's writing brings an entire subculture to life with equal parts affection and gentle mockery. That balance is what turned their chaotic, hormone-fueled relationship into a recurring fan favorite that never wore out its welcome.
Sully knows the heartbreak of a wrist injury because we broke up once for a week and he nearly gave himself carpal tunnel.
Shut up!
You shut up!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Colonel Angus Comes Home. Colonel Angus Comes Home is a masterclass in suggestive comedy and one of Tina Fey's boldest sketches.
I don't know why people make such a big fuss over Colonel Angus.
I myself never much cared for Colonel Angus. He rubs me the wrong way. Not sure why. Can't put my finger on it.
Starring Christopher Walken, it centers on endless double entendres hidden inside a stiff period drama. Every line sounds proper on the surface, while clearly implying something else entirely. Fey pushes boundaries without being explicit, trusting the audience to connect the dots.
Colonel Angus might be rough. Colonel Angus might not smell like a bed of roses, but deep down, Colonel Angus is very sweet.
The tension builds through increasingly obvious wordplay until the joke becomes unavoidable. It is daring, clever, and just uncomfortable enough to be unforgettable. This audacious yet remarkably clever brand of humor, often with a slightly shocking punchline, is a true hallmark of Fey's most daring comedic writing.
To come knocking at the rear entrance of Shady Thicket. Ew.
What Tina Fey gem do you think everyone should know about? Share them in the comments.